And here we are. Welcome back. Welcome live. Happy Tuesday. I hope that you also have a beautiful sun as we have here today. So, this today's topic is all about room creation and editing. So, hope you guys are ready. You enjoyed it the last time. So, today we try to see maybe something different than the last time. It could be that we will touch similar points, but I would also like to see with you something that we did not see the last time. So, feel free to let me know if you have comments or questions. In the meantime, you know that we have the live comment session, so I will keep an eye on it. Don't worry about that. Maybe we can slowly start. If you want, we can also share my screen. If you guys want, you can also let me know where are you watching from. So it's always nice to have an exchange and know where people are watching the content, the live webinars, right? So I can share my screen and I will also grab my phone so you will see what I'm doing here. Okay, I put it a bit higher so you also see that my phone is here, I'm here, and the screen is a bit bigger above my head. Okay, perfect. So, if you guys already started creating projects, you will have a page which looks similar to this one, right? So you have your My Projects page with the project that you created. If there's something that it's really important at the moment, you're maybe working on that specific project, you can add it to favorites by simply tapping on the three dots, and you can add a star so you will see it listed here. And this is, by the way, also a nice feature because you can keep working on the project and edit everything. Also, if you're completely offline, you're maybe somewhere in a forgotten place, so you can keep working on all your favorites project without any issues. And if you have projects that you don't need anymore, they will be here under archived, right? I mean, if you want, you can also leave them all listed here under all, nothing happens. It's just for, how can I say, to be more practical, right? So you can work a bit better and have them separated in different categories. Okay, this was just a side note to start. Maybe we can take a brand new project, right? So we can start from zero, we tap on the plus and we add a new project. Here, we saw it the last time in the video with photos and notes. If you want, you can start adding photos. You do not have to create a floor plan with adding like your rooms, etc. But today we're gonna see how to create the rooms, how to edit them, and so on. So we will start here from the section called floor plans. Okay, we start tapping on the plus to add a new floor. I will add a, let's say, ground floor. Here we go. Okay, we tap on room because it's the very first step to start creating it, right? And I will start with the option that we have at the bottom called import and draw because we didn't see it the last time, but a lot of you guys like to use this. For example, if you have a project that you created with pen and paper, that you created on a different platform perhaps, and you want to digitalize it in magicplan, then we start with that. I will simply upload the photo. It's a screenshot in my case. So I will zoom out a bit so we can see it a bit better. First things to do, or the first thing that you need to do is to set the scale, right? So we move this scale somewhere where we can see the wall. Maybe we know the measurement of that wall and we need to set it so the app will know on more or less what scale we are working or we're gonna work. Okay, I set it up like this. I tap on done and we can set the scale. Let's say I do 2 meters 50. Just a suggestion here, don't set the scale too wide because then you have to keep zooming in and zooming out the project because it will be maybe too big to work easily on it. So it's better to set the scale a bit, how can I say, a bit more a bit shorter or a bit smaller, and then you can see if you like it like that. You can also make it with feet and inches, right? I'm used to meters, so I will do 250. If you change the unit, it will be 1/6. Okay, just that you know how much is it. Okay, I'm happy with that, and I set the scale length. Okay, now we can start and we can draw on the image that we imported. So we can digitalize the project. We tap on insert room. In this case, the best option, or what I like to use, is the define corners feature. Let's do living room. Okay, it was bedroom, but it doesn't matter. We can change it afterward. So we simply tap on a corner of our room and we go ahead like this. If you see that you maybe tapped in the wrong place, you can also undo, and you can be more precise. Okay, I'm gonna edit it later in case. We go ahead from corner to corner. Okay, our room has been created. Perhaps I would like to adapt the wall here so that it fits the project. Fine. Now I want to draw also the other room. I can do again, insert room, and we do define corners, bathroom, and we can start from here. Okay. Voila. This is a bit more difficult here because the screen is so small. I normally like to do this procedure on the tablet, but we will edit the corners and everything afterward. Okay, so let me make it a bit better so that it fits our external walls. Okay, here we go. Maybe this one a bit out, and this one, let's see if we like it. Maybe we want to move it this one a bit. Yes, like this. Looks good. Okay. Once you're happy, you see that if you're not inside a room, you will not see the image behind it. But once you're happy with your drawing, you can also hide the image below, so you will not see it anymore. You saw, I just tapped here on this eye, right? So you can leave it displayed behind the rooms or simply hide it. I would prefer to hide it because maybe you have too many details showing that you don't need. Okay, perfect. So we have our bathroom, and maybe we want to change this room and call it bedroom as it was in the project that we imported. So we swipe up to go in the info section and we change the room type into bedroom. Okay, if we want, we can also give it a different name, right? We could call it bedroom 1 and save it. And we can also change the color if we want. We can make it here light blue, and I hide the info section again. Okay, perfect. So now we have our little project here. Maybe we want to keep adding rooms, so we could tap on insert room and we can select another option. Little note here, you see that my options start with the manual scan. The LiDAR auto scan is not showing. That's only because the device is not a Pro iOS device. So you need a Pro iOS device to show also the LiDAR auto scan, because there's an extra sensor built only on those devices so that it allows the feature to work. But it doesn't matter. You see, you have all other features available anyway. So if it's not a big deal for you and you have an iOS device that's not in the Pro version, it's absolutely fine. Maybe we want to go ahead and add a square room. We can add the kitchen. Let me see. Okay, it's here on the side. So maybe we want to move it around and position it somewhere else. So we can tap on edit layout at the bottom and we move it, let's say like this. You see the green signs, right? Sometimes I don't mention them, but the green signs help you position in the room. Okay, so if you use the walls as a reference like this and you let the room go, the walls will also be used as a reference point and not the corners. Okay, now we have the kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom. We would like to add something more. Maybe we would like to add another room with the define corners feature, and we would like to add a living room. Okay, where do we add the living room? Let's add it somewhere let's say here. Okay. I will do like, you know what? Let me undo this. I'm just going to create the living room like this so we can also assemble the rooms. Okay, we have it like that. We can tap on edit layout and we can move it. We can also rotate it if we want. Depends on the position, right? You see that the green arrow helps you. Okay, so we position it here like this. There's a reason why I want to position it like this, because now we have two little spaces here that I'm gonna fill in with some filler walls. Okay, so we can fill them in. Let's imagine that we have pipes inside those two square rectangular areas. So we can tap on insert room. We select the option which is called insert a filler, and we select the filler wall as we said, right? So we position it here and we let it go. We can do it one more time. Insert room, insert a filler wall, and boom, we let it go here. If you do not like them like this with the lines, you can make them in a color that you prefer, or you can simply turn them black, right? So we can do like this. This is, by the way, an idea that someone of you guys gave me long ago to make them black. And I was like, you know what? It looks good. So you see the difference. We can leave them like this, one in black and one with the lines, so you see the difference, but it's fine like that. And maybe we would like to add something here, like, let's say an hallway, an entrance or so. So we can also use another feature. We tap on insert, room, insert a filler. In this case, I'm gonna use the filler room. Okay, let's look for a specific room that will be okay for us. It could be, yes, let's do it as a hallway like this. We can put it here and boom, we let it go. And you see that the entire space has been filled in. Now, if we're happy with our project and we say, everything looks good, okay, it's fine, but maybe we are creating the project, right? We want to do a brand new apartment so we can play around freely. We have no limitations. We can also use our fantasy to edit the rooms. We could perhaps add a balcony here, or like a little garden. Now, let's add something interesting. I have an idea. So let's enter here the living room and we can reshape it a bit. I want to create a space here. I don't want to have it as an L form room, but just as a rectangular room. So we can simply take the wall and pull it in where we need it to stop. We can also say, okay, like this, it's fine. Let's have a look. Okay, perhaps we want to have it a bit wider here. So we can take this wall and pull it out. So it's at the same height as the hallway or the entrance. Let's rename this room. I would like to call it entrance. Entrance. Okay, without hallway at the beginning, my friend. Okay, like this, save. Perfect, looks nice. Here we go. Okay, now let's add a little patio, maybe down here. We have the space, so we can say insert a room. We can also do a filler room. Again, we can do it like that, filler room, and we select the, when I find it, patio. Here we go. Boom. We let it go. Voila. Look at this beauty. It's yellow because I saved the color in one of my last projects, but you can also make it green or gray, what you prefer, right? We can do it like that. Okay. Perfect. And now we have all our rooms here. Maybe we want to add a window that looks outside. So we can tap on insert object. You guys let me know if you have questions, right? Let's take a look here, windows, and we can select the hung window. Okay. If you want, you can also take a look in the elevation view, but maybe we can do it also in another room so we have more space. Let's do it here. We insert object, a hung window, and we can go here. You see at the top you have 2D. We change to elevation view. Voila. So you can have a better idea of how it looks like. If you're happy, you can leave it like that. Otherwise, you could also add another window. You say, but you know what? I have enough space here, so let's duplicate it, and voila, you can also work in the elevation view here. You see, okay. Are we happy with that? Maybe we want to have the same distance here, so we can go back to 2D and check if we're happy with that or if we want to change something. Okay, let's have a look. Perfect. Let's add something here to our bedroom. I will insert another beautiful window. If you're not happy with this window type, you can swap window from the bottom. You see the option. So we can say, I would like a French window for my bedroom, and I duplicate it, and I want to have two beautiful windows. We can make them wider if we have enough space. If we cannot be very precise with the fingertips, you can simply tap on the blue number, and you have two options here. You can use the Bluetooth laser meter. You see here the option to connect it. I don't have one here, but we will do a live video about that at some point. So we can connect a laser, or if you know how is the measurement of your window, you can also type it manually. Okay, like this. And we also resize the other one. Let's do the same. Okay, perfect. We like it. Yes, it's okay. So we can add some doors perhaps, so we can also move around our project here. So at the entrance, we're gonna add a door here. So insert object, and let's look for a door that we like. Hinge door. Voila, like this. And maybe if you want to add more of this steel here, we can simply duplicate it and move it around. We will rotate it. Okay, so this one goes in the bedroom, and we can duplicate it again, and we move it here to our bathroom. Okay, let's see. Okay, do we want to go from the bedroom to the kitchen? I don't know. This is a project that came out of my mind, so it could be also planned a bit differently, actually. But let's imagine that we have maybe two different entrances. Okay, so we can add also a door here. Okay, hinge door to enter from this side too. Maybe I rotate it a bit, so it opens like that. And we would like to have just a big room, right? We want to have the living room and kitchen together, so we don't want to have two splitted rooms. We can merge them. So we select the kitchen, and here from the side we can go on edit layout, the display. Okay, and we can merge rooms. Okay, we say which one we would like to merge. In my case, it's the living room, and voila, we have a kitchen which is a bit wider, and maybe we want to rename it if we want. So we can call it, let's see, room name, kitchen and living. Okay, and we save it. Okie doke, perfect. In case the name is not displaying, it's just because maybe the name is too long and the room is, let's say, narrower, so it doesn't show the entire name. In this case, it's still fine. If I add a couple of words more, perhaps the name will not be displayed in the small version of the app, but it will be saved. So once you export your project, I'm gonna make it a bit longer. Living room, kitchen and living room, 1, 2, 3. Save. So let's see. Okay, no, in this case it's still showing, because before it was not showing, but just because it was maybe a bit longer, so it can happen that it's not displaying when you're in this view, but the name is saved once you export your project and everything. Okay, the statistics and so on. Maybe we can add some objects here if we want, so we can have also an overview of how it looks like in 3D, or we have something to look at if we go to the 3D view. And I would like also to duplicate this window, so we have one window also here on this side, and we can make it beautifully wide. Okay, we have enough space here in this giant room. If you want, you can also add something like here, for example. If you say, you know what, this room is really wide, I would like to have some kind of separate here, because we have the entrance in the living room. We could add a partial wall. Okay, so you don't have to split the entire room, because if you split it, you have two rooms, right? You can also delete this wall if you want, but you will still have the two rooms displaying. You see here, there's no difference. So let me undo that and maybe just merge these two rooms, because I would like to have my big room back. Okay, here we go. And we can just add a partial wall, as we mentioned, right? So here we can tap on add wall. So we tapped already on the long wall, and we can tap on add wall from the bottom. Boom, voila. You see that you have a part of the wall. Okay, now the door is moving because I didn't fix anything, but you have it here, and you can also make it longer or shorter, depends on what you need to achieve, right? It's my favorite sentence somehow. I always say this. It depends on what you need to achieve, which makes sense. But okay, so we have it like this. Maybe we want to add something from the object. Let's see in structural, because this area is a bit, let's say, strange, because we can enter both the entrance and bedroom and living room from the other side. But we could add a stair, for example, so we know that we go somewhere upstairs to another floor. Okay, let's say that we have a stair right here. Okie doke. And we can take a look in 3D to see how it looks like. Let's have a look. Okay, so here we have the, as you can see, we have the patio here. Then we have our some kind of room entrance with the bedroom. And then we have the kitchen that we merged with the living room, and the bathroom in the middle. Okay, so then you can go upstairs, so you have another floor. And this is to address a question that someone of you guys have sometimes. If you would like to add a second floor, can you keep going from here? No, you have to create the second floor. Or let's do a different scenario. Let's imagine that you don't know if the app is gonna change the floor. So you walk up the stairs, you arrive at the second floor, and you start scanning without creating a second floor in the app. So you created, let's say here, I just exit here, I insert another room. So you start scanning and you create a another, let's say, dining room. Here we go. And you add also another room. Let's say that we have, with fine corners, a half bathroom. Okay, we have it like this. Okie doke. We can leave it like this. We don't need the perfect shape. Okay, and then you see that you're still at the same floor level. And then it's like, how do I do? It's not a problem. You can select the room. You can go in the info section, and you can change the floor. You see here in general, you have floor, ground floor, because we're still here. We can change it, and let's say this is the second floor. Okay, let's see. Boom, the room has disappeared. We do the same with this other half bathroom. So we go in the info section, floor, second floor. Okay, boom, it has disappeared too. I go back to the other view, as you can see, voila. So if you accidentally keep working in the wrong floor, you can always move the rooms into a different floor, even if the floor has not been created yet. You simply say to the app, please move it to the second floor, and the second floor is automatically created, as you can see here, right? Because we started with a blank project. Okay, and maybe just a little additional feature that we can see for today, because we still have a couple of minutes left. I saw that you guys had no questions for now. I hope that everything was clear enough. If not, you still have time to ask everything. Okay, so we pretend that we have a garden around our ground floor, okay? So we can add a new floor to display the garden exactly for that. So we tap on the plus and we select the option land survey, okay? We start with insert as usual. Here it's a bit different than when you create the floor plans with the regular rooms. After tapping on insert, you have to tap on object. Okay, and here you can decide how to start, but we can say we can start with the building layout. Here we go. Okay. No, sorry, I tapped too long on it. Confirm. Okay, so the building layout here has been created based on my ground floor. Okay, if you do not have a ground floor, you can also create it manually here. Okay, now I keep going and I will insert the garden area. So still insert object, and here we go in outdoors. Let's have a look when we find our feature. Here we go. Terrain layout. Okay, we select this and we can start tapping on the blank space to create the terrain layout, so to create our garden. We can zoom out if we prefer. Okay, so I will start from, let's say here. I just do a very simple terrain layout, right? If you have two, for example, you have a garden in front of your house and you have maybe a bigger garden on the back, then you can create two. It's absolutely fine. Then we do like this. Perfect. Let's see. Voila. If we want, we can also add something on our, let's say, garden. Little additional note that we didn't have back in the past with the old app version. You can change the outline color. So instead of having it black, you can make it green. I like it because it gives you a better idea of what it is. That's your garden, right? So let's insert something here. Insert object, and we can add here something from the outdoors. We can add, let me see here, the grass. Can put it down there. Let's see. We can make it wider if we want. I'm not adding grass all over the land survey, but I'm just adding it here, okay? So just to give you an idea. Then if you're happy, you can say, add the grass everywhere on my project, and you can simply duplicate it. I just duplicated it twice because I don't want to go and move everything around. But you see that you also have something visual here to represent the grass of your garden. And we can insert maybe something that I like, or I love the pool. So we can make it here. We can reshape it, right? We can make it smaller so that it fits the project or the garden, right? We can put it here, and maybe we put it here more in the middle. And we can also add some, there's an object that I really like and I can show you. We can add it here on our, near the entrance to go to the patio. So we can tap on insert object, outdoors, and we could add this one called brick path, because an error that sometimes people do, and that I also did years ago as I started using magicplan, it's to duplicate it and put it like in the position and then duplicate it again. No, you don't need to do that, because the brick path, it's an intelligent object and you can simply use your fingertips like this, and voila, you can make it longer. You see, like this. Voila. Make Now here starts the patio, so it's fine like that. Let's have a look. Nice. And maybe because I want to show you also in 3D, I'm gonna add a plant or so, because I would like to have something beautiful to take a look at when we go in the 3D view, right? So we have something to see. Let's see the palm tree. Okay, make it smaller, and I put the one here, then I duplicate it, I put it here, and I duplicate it again, and I put it here, just to have a palm everywhere. And this one is bigger, so we can put it like that here. Okie doke. Okay, I think it's fine. You see that we also have some other categories, right? I didn't add a lot from the other, but you can, for example, go to the annotations. If you have the annotations available in the subscription type that you selected, I close everything, okay? And we could say, you know what? I can add here this object to clean up. And it's super small because I added it somewhere here. But we can add it here to the pool. Let's say, needs to be cleaned, please. Let's see the 3D view. Voila. Now, the grass is above my pool for some reason, but we can take a look in the info section. But you see that you have grass all over the part where we added it, also displayed in 3D. And if you don't like it, you don't have to add it there, right? So it depends. Let me go back to 2D and take a look at the pool. We can take a look here, white depth height. Maybe we can make it a bit higher. Let's do 0.20 to see if it goes above the grass. Yes, you see, because the grass, it's a bit higher. Almost the entire grass disappeared from the water surface. So we can make it, you have to play around with the height and distance to floor and so on if you see that an object is displayed on top of the other and it shouldn't. Okay, perfect. Okay, we can also go back to our other floor here and see again how it looks in 3D. We add an object here because we said it before and I didn't do it. So maybe we can also look for an object here in the search bar, like bed. Okay, full size bed. We had it here. We rotate it like that. And we can take a look in 3D again. Okay, so you see the difference. You will not see this floor like this on top of the garden, but you can create two different floors, right? So it's absolutely fine, and they will be there. So we have the ground floor, second floor, and the land survey. Okay, I think that we saw a lot of topics, features. I wanted to remove the screen. I removed myself. Okay, perfect. Do you guys have any questions regarding the features that we just saw, or is it everything clear? I hope that everything was clear. I always try to think about different features, that maybe we do not see the same features every time, but to see different topics, right? So if you're watching the replay, maybe you can also leave a comment under this video to let me know if you have something in your mind or something is unclear. You're more than welcome. Okay, we do not have any comments, I see. Perfect. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time with me today. Next week, Tuesday, we're gonna have another live video. I think the getting started, I planned them and I also think about it. Let me check. Next week, yes, we have the getting started with magicplan. So we will see also a bit about room creation, but we will not be super specific about that. We will see also other features. Okay. Joe, hi. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, thank you for your presentation. You're more than welcome. Will there be any live streams on manual room building scanning? I'm trying to use this function for my architectural business. Okay, but I'm having difficulties. Yes, I've already planned a couple of them for the upcoming months, Joe. So this is the good news. And if you take a look here on our YouTube channel in the live section, you can simply go back to let's say 1 month ago, we did a session about this topic, LiDAR scan. It's called All About the LiDAR Scan. And you can take a look. It's 30 minutes and 26 seconds, exactly. So you will see that you simply have to scroll down to a couple of weeks ago. So it's like 1 month ago. And you can take a look at it for now. But then we will have more sessions with the LiDAR scan, both auto scan and manual scan. We will see them both. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for your time. And as I always say, depending on the time zone where you are, I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening. Perfect. Bye. Bye bye.